my earliest memories is my form teacher in the first year, Mr. Dapre. He used to get us to learn our Latin declensions through singing and indeed dancing. Subject, nominative. I can remember it after all these years.
Parkinson, the history master, was also a legend. He was very good and they gave me a lifelong love of history.
Hartley was a brilliant teacher. He was a great storyteller.
We had a magnificent science master, Mr. Kellett.
He was a most charming, incredibly hard-working man.
He also was the person who produced all the pictures that are around the walls.
And I learnt an awful lot from him. That was my art education.
Punishment was administered by Mr. Creven, who was known as Bulldog, because it's exactly what he looked like.
Ruled with a rod of iron.
And you soon got the cane if you didn't do as you were supposed to do.
Perhaps Father Kennefic's most important appointment was Anthony Pellegrini. He went on to become headmaster in 1976. Mr. Pellegrini was the first headmaster not to be a priest. But he did become a priest later.
Mr. Pellegrini was my definition of a headmaster.
The greatest headmaster of the Vaughan.
Pele, as we used to call him. First thing in the morning, often last at home.
Very hard-working headmaster.
Lovely and terrifying.
Unlike previous headmasters, he was seen around the school at all times.
He was always there when you least expected him to be.
If you misbehaved, somehow you just seemed to, you were caught very quickly.
We would think he talked a little bit like this.
Mr. Pellegrini immediately faced a very considerable challenge.
Mr. Pellegrini, then Mr. Pellegrini, presided over the school's comprehensivisation.
There's plenty of grammar schools that became comprehensives that failed.
Lots of them went to the wall. Standards dropped, academic standards, discipline standards.
Father Pellegrini wasn't prepared to accept that.
So the school didn't let its guard down and it didn't let standards slip.
And if he hadn't got that right, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking about the centenary of the school.
In 1980, the Vaughan admitted girls for the first time.
And the first brave girl to step in, all on her own, was Bernadette Murphy. To her immense credit, went through the entire year all on her own. Can you believe it?
In the mid-80s, there was another challenge. The sixth form was threatened with closure.
Having a sixth form in a school is absolutely essential.
Had it lost its sixth form, the Vaughan would have been rendered unrecognisable. It would not have been the school we know today.
The sixth form is the flagship of the school.
Father Pellegrini, many great things that he did for the school. The greatest in terms of the school's future was his courageous defence of the sixth form.
He was a very, very Christian man. Can't ask for better, really. A firm hand, but a really wonderful heart.